I told my wife we either share our lotto winnings or we separate and I get half anyway. So we won the lottery. Not like Mega Millions or anything crazy, but enough to pay off our entire mortgage and have some left over. We're talking life-changing money here. My wife and I had been buying tickets together for years, and we always talked about the same thing. If we ever won, we'd both cut back to part-time, work just school hours, and actually get to see our kids grow up instead of being exhausted zombies every night. The day we won, we were losing our minds. We sat at the kitchen table just staring at the ticket, then at each other, then back at the ticket. We paid off the mortgage within a week. That payment had been killing us every month, and suddenly it was just gone. I felt like I could actually breathe for the first time in years. Then everything went sideways. We're sitting on the couch one night, and my wife goes, "I can't wait to finally quit my job." I laughed because I thought she was joking, but she wasn't smiling. She was dead serious, scrolling through her phone like she was already looking up vacation spots. I said, "Wait, what do you mean quit? We talked about cutting back to part-time, remember?" She looked at me like I was stupid. Why would I keep working? We have the money now. I tried to explain that even without the mortgage, we still had bills. Groceries, utilities, car insurance, the kids' activities. All that stuff doesn't just disappear. On my salary alone, even full-time, we'd be scraping by. If we both worked part-time like we planned, we'd be comfortable and actually have time together. She wasn't hearing it. She said it was her ticket, so it was her decision. That hit me like a truck. Her ticket? We'd been buying tickets together since before we even got married. Yeah, technically, she grabbed this one at the gas station, but we'd always treated it like ours. When we moved in together, we even stopped buying 2 tickets because it seemed like a waste of money. This was supposed to be a team thing. I said, "Come on, we can figure this out. Maybe you take some unpaid leave here and there, but you can't just quit." She exploded. Started yelling about how I was trying to control her, how she'd worked her whole life and deserved this, how I was being a gold digger. A gold digger. I'm her husband. We've been together for almost 10 years. I asked if we could take a break from the conversation because honestly, I was kind of scared. I'd never seen her like this. It was like she'd turned into a completely different person overnight. Over the next few days, I kept trying to bring it up calmly. I suggested compromises. Maybe she works 3 days a week. Maybe we use some of the extra money for her to take a few months off. Nothing worked. She shot down every single idea. Then one morning she says, "Well, it doesn't matter anymore. I'm putting in my notice at work today." That's when I snapped. I told her flat out, "I'm not doing this. If you're not going to share the winnings that are under both our names, I'll divorce you and get half through the house anyway." She started screaming again, calling me a gold digger, saying I was ruining everything for her. I just stood there feeling like my entire life was falling apart. The worst part is, I would have rather we never won at all if I knew this is what it would do to us. We were fine before.